Many people feel the way they will be surprised to find no difference in the experience of their diabetes. Or if you think you are well, that first to drink and drink some more and more important to take heart. You Physician Diagnosis Diabetes-Free ebook. Problem: drinking copious amounts of sugar in liquids before being diagnosed with diabetes is compounded. This thirst. Sufferers need to pass urine frequently, spend large amounts of time, and lead to an increase in the blood sugar level loads. 2 or 3 in the morning after diabetes-free PDF, waking up in the middle of a deep sleep, which is very common. Many of these can be very difficult. High blood sugar levels in urine, making it last until Sharabi. Action to combat the water due to drought, is drawn from the body, and the body thus thirst. There, the main fuel is glucose. Carries urine out of the body so that it cannot handle this properly. Diabetes. That means less work for the production of energy resources to fuel the body tissue. You can decide whether it is necessary diabetes-free program to have diabetes, the symptoms of which infections. If constipation, tiredness, lack of energy, tingling or pins and needles in the arms and legs, blurred vision and increase weight. Other symptoms were at a loss, but it may have experienced it. Sure. Receiving responses have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes can be recommended for a doctor's visit, and the reactions diabetes-free download are very different things. In the United States there are about 10,000 people that are diagnosed each year in this serious situation, so remember you are not alone. When it comes to carbohydrates, I focused on this subject. I have an interest in buying all the food label. The number of grams of carbohydrate, anywhere. As part of my job to check, I bear the marks of the foods that you set when you buy. Create an easy diabetes-free book time when you're shopping for myself and I. Now I need to pass the pasta and bread to impose. We have all the food groups that typically include a large number of diabetes-free PDF grams of carbohydrates. I know. They supply you with the digestive system of glucose, sugar, in the body breaks my league. Carbohydrates, and I have been to run our lives. Without the fuel from carbohydrates, our bodies, looking for power generation and other foods. This is a useful way you or I might have a need for carbohydrates nutritionally. So, I had to eat a lot of carbohydrates. Difficulty. I loved the bread and pasta. I moved my body to make blood sugar cookies and cakes should also. The glucose diabetes-free program, that was the problem for good. Keep me diabetes. This is what I like to draw. If you have a car, it was a 15-gallon gas tank. I like it because the gas in the ground, stretching to 2 gallons of gas, 17 gallons to order and healthy environment. It's the same for me. I at diabetes-free download a lot of carbohydrates, because the amount of sugar in the blood rises. Spilled my blood sugar. I am an important part of our diet is a controlled problem. Carbohydrates parts can say that it is. It is composed of sugars and starches, and fiber. Carbohydrates are the body is broken down into glucose, a necessary fuel. Diabetes-free ebook. Some foods may help you in your diet plan for diabetes. Some do not. This is why I am counting carbohydrates. I do not want to make a good diet plan diabetes-free review for diabetes in some foods. Such soda, ice cream, and bread too, and cake. And these foods, depending on the severity of your diabetes, and help you control your diabetes, once a week or once a month or maybe once every 3 months will have them. When it comes to diabetes-free book, your body absorbs carbohydrates. You cannot be too careful. Vegetables and starch, fish, poultry and other foods in your diet can help. Diabetics is the plan. Think. The amount depends on the amount of sugar in the blood that gets eaten. Carbohydrates. You quickly or slowly, turning diabetes-free PDF to determine how to eat sugar, carbohydrates, and how quickly or slowly, depending on what type of food enters your blood sugar. As they say, you diabetic. So, is a carbohydrate the main lobby of carbohydrates eaten? Everything is said to be the only exception to the fiber. Other foods such diabetes-free program as carbohydrates in the body, I do not get this kind of absorption. So you cannot increase blood sugar levels. It cleans the body. We charge brand fiber diet plan for diabetes is part of a number of foods that digest. Carbohydrate necessarily regulates the waste generated. I'm now diabetes-free. Download in the store to avoid having a large amount of carbohydrates that can be eaten in the past that you would like to have fun when counting carbs by producing less food. If they are to control the disease with diabetes, need daily blood tests. Although this is not something that most people look forward to it, and the proper management of diabetes treatment is not needed. Diabetes is the number of diabetic testing supplies can be diabetes-free ebook quite a hassle to get, and when testing anywhere from 3 to 7 times a day, but can be quickly exhausted to enjoy the presentation. Demand and supplies that will need to be quick and easy. The Diabetics control blood sugar levels, and test strips, and lancets, and alcohol wipes, which should include all patients with diabetes test supplies needed. It is important to test these products is maintained and taken care of properly. A false reading because of faulty equipment, you can be serious and even life-threatening. Carefully read the instructions and follow them to diabetes-free PDF. Ensure that the right to bear results. Before taking the World Wide Web, go to the local pharmacy to buy goods for their own patients with diabetes. Even when I was back to work in any and all diabetic testing supplies optimal condition. Way to read the care instructions and dedication. This is still a viable option today. The inconvenience of a trip to the local pharmacy can be avoided by not buying goods online. Diabetes test. These companies also have their own unique and the diabetes-free program opportunity to work as a mediator between the insurance company for diabetes testing equipment right from the comfort of home. There are many online companies will be allowed to buy. Speed up the process and having to spend any money out of pocket to help keep diabetes free. Download them separate from the company's presentation, dealing with all the paperwork. Diabetes testing supply company each month. Another advantage of using online delivery of ship automation. If you run out of supplies of these products are low, or when your test plan to ensure the trips to the pharmacy. Wait. Get 85% off discount now. Regular price $369.99. Today only $27. Finally, treat the root cause of diabetes in as little as 14 days. From now. Save thousands on insulin, prescription drugs, test strips, and needles. Experience the freedom to live life as it was meant to be lived. Eating anything you want. And much, much more. Plus all the bonuses. Try diabetes free. For a full 60 days risk-free. If you aren't 100% satisfied, if you don't believe with all your heart that using this simple system will treat your diabetes and let you eat all the foods you love at any time for the next 2 months, simply let me know and I'll refund your tiny investment right away with no questions asked. Listen, the way I was raised is to do right by people, and I personally don't believe I deserve your money unless I over-deliver on my promises and unless you get astonishing results. To find out more, click the link below.